What's up, guys? It's Awilda here, Hip and Creative. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's video is going to be a planner tassel DIY video tutorial. It was requested because I had shared with you guys a previous planner's tassels that I made, and I just want to refresh your memory on what it was. And here is my Target Dollar Spot planner, and on it I have my planner tassel that I made. I no longer have this princess ribbon here. I used the last little bit in this planner tassel project that I worked on, but I do have other ribbons that I'm going to be using. Most of these I've already used in my previous planner tassel, but I just wanted to share with you guys what the process was and how I made it. So I have this one here. Now this ribbon here is a 1.5 inch wide by 4 yard ribbon. It is a grosgrain ribbon, and obviously it's double-sided, it doesn't have anything on it. It's just a very simple pink ribbon. And I have this from my Target Dollar Spot section. It's the metallic cording. I have some of this pink ribbon here. It's from it used to be a really big spool, and over the years I've used them. I used to make diaper cakes for a living. I no longer do that, but I still have some ribbon left over, and this is from that stash there. So I also have this one here, which is a sheer satiny ribbon. It's very, very pretty, that I might be using. I also have these pearl beads here. It actually came in a spool, but this is the last little bit of that spool here, so I'll be using this. I also have from the Dollar Tree the diamond wrap ribbon, or bling ribbon as some people call it. This is the gold one. I also have this small grosgrain ribbon here. So that's the thickness of this one. And I also have this off-white ribbon here. Again, I believe this one is grosgrain as well. It says here, no, it says it's polyester, so it is a polyester ribbon. This will be my first time using this. I've had this in my stash for a little bit now. I decided to use it today. And I also have this polka dotted ribbon. Again, it's from a huge stash, and this is the last little bit that I have left, and I used this clothespin just to kind of cord it around and keep it kind of corralled together. I also have this here, which is a split ring, and I also have this here, which is that lobster clasp. Now this is a large size. If you want to get it larger, you can. If you want to have it smaller, you can. I just decided to use this one because I find that it will be easier to clip onto my binders. I have this one here, which is the jump rings, and you will also need a chain if you want. That's optional. And of course, scissors. You'll need some glue with some glue gun. So what I did here was I measured my ribbon to be 14 inches and cut it. I did cut 2 of each ribbon just so I can have double the amount, so it could be a nice full fluffy tassel. Now I'm taking my split ring and some of the jump rings and just twisting them open so I don't have to do this later. It saves me a step in the future when I have to use them. So I'm just splitting them in half. It's a little blurry here, and I do apologize for that. I've been having camera issues, and this is why my video has been so late in showing, because I've been having a little bit of issue. But pretty much you're just going to take your jump rings and very gently twist them open sideways. Do not pull them straight apart because you will snap the rings. You want to twist them very lightly to the side. And now here I'm just threading through the ribbon to my ring, my split ring, and just making sure that they're even at the bottom. It doesn't have to be 100%, but just threading them through. I have no true rhyme or reason as to how I'm threading them through. I'm just making sure I have at least one of each ribbon on the first set, and then I start over again with the new set on top of each other. And I try to bunch them up as much as I can to the center, in which the top ring in the split ring area, you don't have them kind of too far apart, if that makes sense. And then just making sure that it's nice and full and fluffy and cohesive. have all the ribbons threaded through, what I'm going to be doing is grabbing one of my scrunchy type of elastic bands. Now these bands, you can find them at your local Walmart or Target. They're usually where the hair care items are, like the hair bands and the barrettes and whatnot. And yeah, so I just bought some clear ones. You get about 100 for $1, and I just tightened up the ribbons together. Now if you don't have any of these scrunchy brands, you could definitely just wind it with some of the extra ribbon you may have. Wind it around like I'm doing here, and then just glue it together. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this gold diamond wrap that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to glue it onto the base of the ribbon. Just measuring out some of this gold chain that I have here. I measured about 2.5 inches. That's the length that I like. You can definitely use more or less. It's totally your preference. I just decided to use 2.5 inches because that's what I did on my original tassels. Now I'm just adding my chain onto my jump ring, and then adding the jump ring onto my split ring, and just sealing it together by pinching them back to its normal position. And now I'm just taking my final jump ring and adding my lobster clasp onto it, and then attaching that to my chain and then closing it back up, and that should be it. And this is what it should look like once you're done. Now here I did manage to make a second set of tassel ribbons. This one is in blue and white. I just followed the same steps I did for the first one, which is just cut them down to 14 inches and then threaded them through my split ring, tied them down with my scrunchy hair tie, and then just arranged them the way I wanted them to look. Now the following steps is where I changed it around a bit, and what I did was once I threaded through my ribbon, I decided to add a jump ring onto the ribbon and then glued it in place to secure the ribbon and jump ring so it doesn't come undone. Now as you can see here, I am threading the jump ring through, and I'm going to glue it in the back just to make sure it's secured. And as you can see here, this is what the jump ring looks like attached to the ribbon. And now what I'm doing here is using the shorter of the two chains, which is about 1.5 inches in length, and I'm just adding it to the jump ring and then securing it back together so it doesn't come undone. Here I'm just adding another jump ring and chain to the split ring up top. I'm just following the same procedure I did to the first ribbon tassel I did and I showed you earlier, and I'm just doing that again on this one. And next I'm going to be adding another jump ring to the bottom of the chain, in which I will be adding a charm. Now I decided to use the bracelet you see here on my screen. This is a bracelet I bought from my local Target Dollar Spot section, along with these sequins that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to make a charm using pearls instead of a chain, just to see what it would look like. This is my very first attempt, so please be gentle as I try to figure this out and share my steps with you. So what I'm doing here is I'm using this eyelet. I'm not too sure the name of it, so if you do know the name, please leave me a comment down below letting me know. But it does have kind of like a needle and thread look to it, the needle with the eyelet on the ends. And I'm just going to cut the bracelet and use some of the pearls along with that little mini rhinestone. So this step is not necessary, but I wanted to use the sequins just to keep the rhinestones from falling through the eyelet here, because I wasn't sure if the rhinestone was going to be big enough or secure enough on its own. So I'm just using the sequin, and then I used the rhinestone pearl, and I threaded some more pearls in, and then I closed off the ends with one of those round edge tweezers that I have here, those jewelry pliers. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, it was not easy to make an eyelet at the end. I really struggled with this, and I was trying to be a little fancy and try to make a cute little eyelet, but I just wound up just making an oval shape and securing the end, making sure it doesn't come undone, and then adding it to the jump ring I already had attached to the ribbon, and that's it. Lastly, I decided to add a bow to my tassel. I just thought I'd add a little extra flair. I was trying to make one as simple as possible, and then the second one I kind of went a little crazy and started to add more and more just to make it look really cute and very unique. And so I just added my bow, gluing it to the tassel, and then I just trimmed off the ends, making a V shape, and that's it. That is what it looks like. And this is the finished product, guys. I hope you like it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it truly made sense to you, because I really worked hard on trying to make this as cohesive as possible for you. If you have any questions, you can definitely leave me a comment down below, and I'll answer any questions that I'm able to. Yeah, so that's everything for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so yet, subscribe. It would truly mean the world to me to have you join my growing YouTube family. Until next time, guys, I hope you all have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.